You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind. Welcome to another edition of Reasoning Thursdays with yours truly, Lady D, Queen Darespecta, right here.
Sound very low.
I sound very, very low. How am I sounding now? Am I sounding a little better?
Yeah, you're coming up.
I'm coming up. Continue to let
Yeah.
me know how I'm sounding. You know, sometimes I seem to have an issue with the radio versus the YouTube thing when that is on. You know, because then sometimes I get calls, Lady, you're a little loud. Turn it down. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's what messes me up for my Saturdays. But it's okay. How do I sound now? Am I sounding loud and clear
yeah, you're fine to me.
to you? What about you, the respecter? The respecter.
Yeah, man, I hear you.
Okay, you're hearing me. You're hearing me. Well, welcome to another edition of Reasoning Thursdays. Tell a friend and a friend and a friend and a family member that we are definitely here and looking your support. Make sure that you go on over to that YouTube channel and like, subscribe, and get notified. Right, go over to the Powerhouse YouTube Radio YouTube channel. Okay, and share. And if you're coming into one of the social media outlets, then we ask you to like, and share the video that you're watching. Alrighty. So please, help us get those numbers up and all of those things. Numbers right here is 706-955-2001 is the number to get us in the studio each and every Thursday nights from 8 p.m. up until the 10 o'clock hour. All right. Do y'all hearing me loud and clear? Loud and clear, the
Yeah.
respecter. All right.
Yeah.
It's 8:08 on the Powerhouse clock. Your vibes in with your girl, your host, D. You have Queen on the line and the respecter. Queen, you want to pick up your listeners?
Big up everyone. Welcome.
The respecter.
Thanks once again for joining us. Appreciate it.
Man, thank you for putting a little life into it. Mighty God. Mighty God. I mean, like really. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I mean, like, put some energy in that, man. Come on. Well,
Hey folks, welcome.
listen. All right, topics.
Been a rough day, man. Been a rough
The respecter, you sounding low.
It's been a rough day.
It's been a rough day. You didn't get
Been a
a
rough day.
nap or anything before you came on the air, huh?
Nah,
Man, you need to take a nap, man,
I
and come
watch.
with some energies and stuff. Huh?
Been watching a lot of things going on in this world that right now just upset me.
I think you need to put your mic closer to your mouth and tell us what is upsetting you.
All right, that's better.
Yeah, no, it's not much better, but go ahead. I'm gonna turn up my headphone. Queen, you hearing the respecter loud and clear?
Yeah, I hear him.
Okay, well, I guess it's just my headphone. I'm turning it up a little. Go on, the respecter.
What's disturbing your
I was just
peace?
saying, it's a lot of things I've been seeing on the internet today that just is very upsetting.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
elaborate.
I mean, there are lots of people, whether it's not in the news, but it's a lot of men and women who are at their breaking point. And when they make a cry, those who they thought would be there for them see the pain and try to comfort them or try to see how they can make life better. They're not getting that attention. And it was this one particular man that was saying, not even his children sees his pain and all that he's been going through, and it seemed like he ended up committing suicide because he felt like everyone neglect him, don't see him, and he couldn't understand why because according to him, he's a good man, family man, husband, father, and so on and so forth. And that one really touched me. So it's a lot of people going through stuff that's not right.
Yeah, a lot of people
But that
going.
way is not the way to go. I mean, there's a lot of people we can say not the way to go, but what really gets you to that point where it's like you just throw your hand up and just step off the bridge? What really gets you to that point?
Well, that's the question right there. Like, what would get you that to a point that you would want to commit suicide? Um, one of the actors for General Hospital, he committed suicide like 3 days ago, and that's one of my sister's favorite soap opera on television. So I know that she always talk about General Hospital, General Hospital. So when that news came on my feed, I said, oh my God! So I called and I said, Blast, said the guy that must have played Jason or whoever, that he committed suicide. And she was like, no man, no man. I said, trust me. So I forwarded over to her and she was just like saying like, whoa, she can't believe that. So I think depression and sadness and things like that, it doesn't go by race, color, creed, or status. Um, and I don't know what would bring a person to the point of wanting to commit suicide, killing themselves. Um, I think, as a matter of fact, we had a young lady that had called in, but then she got cold feet when she wanted to. I think that was a couple of months ago, like maybe, well, not even couple, several, like back in May or something like that. We had a young lady that had called in, and she had sent the email rather. And when I contacted her, she was like, "Yeah, she want to come and talk about it." But then the night of the show, she called me and said that she's
Yeah, I
afraid.
remember.
Yeah, and she didn't want persons to recognize her voice, so she backed out of it, out of the interview with us. But I just don't know what would get a person into that, because with myself personally, I love life, you know, even throughout the ups and downs, waking up in the morning and seeing the sun and hearing my children's voice and, going out into my garden. Those things are wonderful to me. And yet I don't know what is on the other side. If there's another side, or if we just, if when you're dead, you're just dead and there's no energy, moving, then I feel like I don't know what it is, but I know what this is, you know. And I have bad times and you have good times, but the bad 9 times out of 10 for me, it doesn't overpower the good. So I cannot relate to why someone would want to commit suicide. And I'm hoping that if someone is listening in and they um have felt that way, or had someone that really, really expressed that feeling to them, then please let us know. Alrighty, give us a linkage 706-955-2001. Or you can link us as well on email. I mean what, Gmail, and is DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. But Spence, sorry, the respecter, sorry that this that that is messing up your vibes and your energy tonight. So definitely gonna try to send you some good energies, you know. And hoping we're bringing some good energies to you. Okay, my brother.
Absolutely.
Well, in your topics, in your reasoning topics for tonight, respect or love. Is it we're gonna talk about that based off of a video that was sent to us. And we're going to touch a little bit about what took place today with the 63-year-old man killing several from the University of Las Vegas, which that in itself also bring you over to the depression. You know, yeah, and where I said that, it doesn't even matter the age, color, or status in life. It's a serious and deadly thing, depression. Touching a little bit on the global warming of flooding follow up, and here it is. So we hear the bikes for Jamaica police. Yeah, mark business and all these things going on over in JA. All right. So also, what else is in our headlines? So we have one or two things we're dropping in there. Gold. We mentioned it. I think it was last week or week before last, where we talked about there were some minerals and things being found on the coast of Jamaica, but now it has came out that copper, gold has been found in Clarendon, and let's reason a little bit about what that means. You know, where Jamaica get all tight. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Yeah. So that's where we're starting at. Where we're starting at, and also entitlement of funds. There was uh email that was sent out, as well as entitlements of funds and winning money or having a certain status in your family feeling entitled to those status. So those are requests that we're going to be fulfilling today on Reasoning Thursdays. Once again, be sure to go on over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, get notified when we have a talk program on, such as Let's Gripe on a Wednesday, 7 p.m. up until the 8 o'clock hour, as you're doing now, the number one reasoning show, Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays, right here on the Powerhouse Radio. Also, tune into the Lady D show each and every Saturdays, 12 to 4 p.m. Not a talk show, and it's not on YouTube, and it's not on Facebook and none of that, because due to copyright laws, Lady D guani when she ready. So I don't want our program to be cut. So I definitely don't do the musical show, Lady D show, Saturday on those media outlets. All right. So 706-955-2001. Want to say big ups to the victorious 89.1 FM radio, who continues to carry us each and every week for Reasoning Thursdays and all the other programming right here on the Powerhouse Radio. So I want to say big ups to Dr. J and Victorious Massive and crew. I want to say big ups to each and every one listening to us via our telephone lines at 667-930-9036. Also, listeners to us live on our website, www.dapowerhouseradio.com. Listening via to our tuning app and via our Zeno and all of those other outlets, Shouts and all the other outlets that you all are tuning into us with. If you would like a reason and topic that you want us to discuss, send it to DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. And on the subject line, you just put Reasoning Thursdays or Reasoning Topics. Alrighty, so that we can definitely reason on. So let's just jump to the quick stuff, and then we just go into the longer talking and stuff. Donna, want to say big massive shout out to you, Donna. Bless up yourself. Tat tat, let's gripe massive. We want to say big ups to you. Thanks for checking in. Don Minett, big up yourself. Don Minett says good evening, everyone. Tat tat says good evening, everyone, as well. So, you just want to big up each and everyone. Checking in. Please hit those love and those like buttons if you're on the social media. Alrighty. Where we starting out? Where we starting out? Well, we're gonna keep Jamaica hit the golden Clarendon. We're gonna leave that a little bit in the back there. So an atrocity, Las Vegas. Queen, you want to touch on that? 63-year-old man kills individuals in the University of Las Vegas.
Yes. Is you see what this shows you is that mental illness, like you said, lady, it doesn't have any age group or any age, any, you usually hear of the young youth them shooting up place and what have you, but this man, evidently, he was a previous professor at two other schools, and this business school he went to, he wanted them to hire him, but he was rejected by the panel. I guess whoever did the interview or what have you, but they rejected him, and he went in and just opened fire. And what they're saying is that he deliberately he did that. He knew what he was doing because he was avoiding the students, and he was shooting at the professors and staffs and what have you, instead of the student. He ended up was shot dead, and that's another story. We hear so many of these things happening, but for a 60-odd-year-old man, that's depression. That is maybe, he couldn't get another job and he needed to work, bills, all of that. These things cause depression in people, so that was shocking though, as a professor. And this happened, in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and that comes with I don't know what that comes with because I can't put that in the category of depression. Want to say big ups to Don Mine. It says respected international analytics from firm Gallup Inc. has ranked Jamaica amongst the safest countries in the world in its 2023 Global Law and Order report. Yeah, we have to say big ups to Jamaica. Is it true?
Mm.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, like that. I mean, it's big things, I guess, that the Gallup has put as one of the safest countries, and I would even say it might be even be safe to say maybe we are because Jamaica little, we little but we Talawa, but still, if you can't compare Jamaica with a lot of these other islands, with a lot of these other countries, you can't compare because when you look at the population, that's that might say it's the biggest joke. It's the biggest joke. Real that's what I'm like is it really? But you can't really compare Jamaica to all the other countries done to be
No, but
there.
what you see, the thing is they have to be big enough. Jamaica, say Jamaica is geared towards big thing happening there, right? So listen, if I have to start big up and hype up Jamaica in any way possible, hey, we soon rich,
I heard. I was listening to somebody, Queen, and we were talking about a lot of the crime in Jamaica. It, it's mostly gang related, gang upon gang kind of thing, and a majority of returnees is not really being harmed in Jamaica. And you have a lot of tourists that came there, saw Jamaica, love it, went back, and is living life and doing wonderful things in Jamaica, and doesn't have a problem with a lot of the crime because they're saying it's not touching their backyard. So is this crime on crime really gang related, people that because a lot of these returnees that did um pass away in Jamaica, got murdered in Jamaica, it was basically someone that they know. So are you more at risk in Jamaica of meeting the ill faith based off of family and who you know are more than just a random kind of thing. Don, comment on that for me. Queen, well, let's go to the respecter, because the respecter been a little quiet. What's your thoughts on that?
I kind of know my place, you know. I don't like to butt in, so I like to listen to get to that, that
Wow,
point.
man, you're just so technical
Yeah,
and thing, man. Go on, you.
yeah, no. Big up, Dan, big up, Dan, big up, Dana, everyone on listening to us. You know, I saw another thing that a brother was so upset about. He said, a grandmother came home to visit, and the granddaughter and the granddaughter boyfriend picked her up, and on the way to the house, she wanted to Kentucky. So she grabbed some money out of her purse and into Kentucky. When she turned around, the granddaughter and her boyfriend was gone with her purse and everything that belongs to her. So we hear a lot of stories, but we don't really know if it's true. People put things out there just for, you know, attention. There is crime in Jamaica, yes, and everywhere else. But truthfully, government got to take the blame for it. And I'm gonna say also, if the preachers were walking the neighborhood, the communities, and reaching out to these young people, you know, along with the parents, things could be different. But definitely, government is allowing these things to happen. If it is happening, where the crime, the violence is like they say it is, and we all should, you know, we all should know that's what's going on. These kids, these young people, grown people, they don't just get up one morning and have the free will to on the street shoot whoever they want to shoot, kill whoever they want to kill, and the police is supposed to be right around the corner. Some things ain't right, and it's politics too.
So you're saying that based off due to politics is what's driving the crime in Jamaica. In
Majority is government related. Government, politicians, those who run the country, they're keeping the crime going to prove a point, to keep the heat off themselves. They don't want no attention drawn to them. So they want to keep it make it seem like there's reason for the police to be where they are or supposed to be. There's reason why the police they operate the way they do, so ignorant and arrogant, and just want to just pick up a little boy and twist his arm behind his back and cuff him for no reason. And you can't speak back to them. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing to defend yourself. They're telling you to shut up, get on the ground, and their knees are in your are parts of your body, no matter how young you are. Even with the females, they're doing it. So it's all politics, and they're doing it because the government who is over them gave them that right to do it.
So what you think about what you said there? Okay, I would even go a little further with when you say politics. How about we even go with the whole judicial system? Um, when persons kill, murder a next person, and they go to court and they're given bail and stuff like that, such as the Wesley Reed that took place over there in Mobay, in the city of Mobay, broad daylight. This, even his mom got caught. Broad daylight, them kill him out. They killed him. So I mean, why do Jamaica just let out these murderers just like that? Let them go through the front door of the court and put the citizens at risk on the street, knowing that there's going to be retaliation against that person.
That's nonsense. It shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen.
And police is there because it's
Right.
uh
They
it's
know why
alleged
they're
that
doing it.
police officers were there as well.
And another thing, to lady, is possibility these people could be getting paid to be assassins by government, by the police themselves. So
Who
when you
who
see
get paid to
crime
be
rate,
assassins?
somebody
But
killing somebody, huh?
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It could be another way of saying these young people are being used as CIA agents or hitmen being paid. without the community knowing that's what actually going on.
So you don't think
Because
that?
for somebody to kill somebody, go to court and get bail and walk out of court and basically disappear. It's deeper than people think.
I don't know about them paying anyone, to do that. Like when you're talking about politics situation, as far as one party against the next. Yeah, that's been going on since Wapi killed Philip. But to say a murderer or a criminal, and they get released, I don't even think they need to pay anybody. I just feel like right there, they're going. It's just one less case for them. So they send them out into the public, and they definitely get gunned down because they must know that that is what's going to happen. It don't take a genius to know that you let out this guy. He killed three individuals. That is a chance that he won't be coming back for the case. Why are they even letting out a murderer? And it's proved, the evidence is there just about. Why would you even give him bail? Why would you grant these murderers bail to go back out on the streets to do what
Because
they're doing?
it's up to the prosecutor and the judge.
Right.
So if it's up between those two, it got to be some form of something deeper than we think.
Right. So that's why I would say it's just a way to get rid of one more case. Cause them know say
Possibility.
that they know that's gonna happen.
Possibility.
Either they know that's gonna happen, or they're just letting out this person to go commit more murders.
Yeah.
Queen, you quiet. Unmute. Queen. Queen.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I'm there talking. I didn't even realize it was muted.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Well, it's crime is in Jamaica. There's good and bad everywhere you go, and everywhere crime is there. So depends on the area you're in. That's where the severity of it is. But I've been watching a lot of YouTube and life in Jamaica and what have you. And I've seen a lot of places where nice and beautiful and people living nicely and not worrying about the crime because there's no crime there, happening. So, like I said, everywhere there is crime. And if they say Jamaica is what them said the best, then
Ranked one of
it's in the person's eye. The person who's seeing it, it's in their eyes. Um, Jamaica is trying to make a difference, and we're going to talk about even the bike thing that they're coming up with. But they are trying to make changes in Jamaica, especially since Jamaica is being publicized with in terms of what's going on there with the black gold and the red, green, and gold and what have you. All of that going on there. So it's gonna be attracting people, big people. So of that's so Jamaica people is them show off. So they have to show it and show off. So they have to put that out there, positive things out there about Jamaica, even if it's not happening.
that's
But
not
in some area it is happening.
the Gallup Inc. is not based out of Jamaica.
No.
Right. No, because you said that, you know, people will put things out there good to make Jamaica look good, but the Gallup Inc. is not controlled in no form or way by any Jamaica government. It's a separate entity to itself that, give out statistics.
Yeah, but you see, if we gonna look at it in terms of Jamaica, because we're more focused on Jamaica than even anywhere else per se, then really that is affecting everybody everywhere. If you are indulging in that, or if you know about that, So
No, I'm trying to follow you.
yeah, I'm trying to follow y'all too. Why it is so important? The Gallopine is important. Why is it so important?
It it's important that you're giving false information on a country that persons feel and know that is not safe, and saying that those are the safest countries. I'm sorry I missed that call. That to feel like those are the safest, that Jamaica is a safe country when it in itself it is not. It's very important to reason on the fact about letting out murderers and criminals into society that is going to cause, you know, danger upon citizens of Jamaica. So those things are very, very important to discuss as to the safety of Jamaica, to the safeness that people feels when they are in Jamaica. You know,
Yeah, but that's why I even went as far as to address it in terms of Jamaica. And I'm saying that it depends on you and your experience that you have had in Jamaica when you went there,
remember,
especially those individuals that are supporting this platform. Um, if they feel that Jamaica is safe, then that's what they feel. Some people do. I hear it openly when I watch certain programs on here where they're saying they don't know what they're talking about, how Jamaica bad and Jamaica this, and they walking in trench town, walking in what have you, and they're safe. And this is someone from Africa. Not he's not Jamaican. You know what I mean? So I mean, it depends on the individual and how you can adapt to the environment. So
those individual where you're talking about, like Chrysalis and that African girl there,
no, I wasn't even talking about Christmas.
they get
Yeah.
they get they get protection to go in there at that time. They get approval to go into those areas to conduct what they're conducting. So it's but like you
Yeah,
said,
but those are considered the bad areas. I'm saying they are good areas too in Jamaica.
good, the bad, and everything in Jamaica is the good, the bad, and everything all around the world. What I'm
That's
saying.
it.
I was just addressing just now why you said it's important. So I was explaining to you why I feel that that is an important topic to reason on as well.
Yeah, but it's not the topic I'm talking about. I was talking in terms of Jamaica and the crime rate and what have you out there, and I was just saying that everywhere have crime rate.
Most
Everywhere have things going on. So if some folks feel that Jamaica is safe, then by all means, you have to experience it for yourself because everybody have different experience.
Darespecta, you want to hit that?
There are people. I mean, there's lots of companies and countries who are getting money from Jamaica through business and associations. And if something is going on that's going to slow that money down, then themselves will target some areas and make it look like, oh, there's no crime going on, like they say it is. Or they will say, there's crime over there to run you from there to over where they are. And a lot of things are being controlled in Jamaica by outsiders. And the government is not smart enough to nip it in the butt and look into certain situation that's going on. Too many outsiders are involved in Jamaicans' lives, and the politics of Jamaica, the businesses of Jamaica. A lot of things are going on, and it's not the way it seems. A lot of controllers are not in Jamaica. They're in other countries, dictating from where they are,
Well, most
riling up
definitely.
a group of people and making things seem the way it is, and it's not. Giving you a reason to celebrate. Jamaica is the best in this. That you celebrate for a minute so they can sneak in and do what they want to do. It's a lot of trickery going on, and we are getting caught up
Yeah.
and not realizing it could be not what it seems like.
That's the important
All
thing.
right. You know, last week I met a commissioner of Jamaica, right? Police, commissioner of police, right? She was up here visiting her grand aunt, okay? And I met her and I, we went to church together. And we were talking about a lot of things that's going on out there in Jamaica. And like she also emphasized, most of the crimes out there, like she said, is like family.
Queen phone got disconnected. Um, we have a caller. Caller,
Good evening,
I
Lady
see
D.
this. Greetings, greetings, Dan. How you do?
I'm good enough. Um, yeah, with that article I posted, um, I would just like to add that it's a tourist area that is being protected by the bulk of the police force is centered in the tourist area. So of course it is safe.
Yeah.
That's where the bulk of the police force is, the tourist area. So you know, 'cause that's the big money earner. But nobody's talking about in the ghettos and the inner cities, and even in the rural parts of the parishes where people are dying every day from gun violence.
Yeah, and we don't even hear about those.
No. So
Mm,
that article is very misleading.
yeah.
Very, very misleading. I could tell you just yesterday or today, I don't remember if it was yesterday or today, because I read the Jamaican paper religiously every day. All three of them, the Observer, the Gleaner, and the Star. I read it online. And there's a 70 plus year old woman who has been living in the community for more than 50 years, somewhere in Kingston. And everybody knew her in the community, and she was going about her business every day. And this, I think it was yesterday or the day before, they murdered her and took her handbag. 70 plus years old,
That's something.
you know, in her own community that she's been living for more than 50 years.
And those are and a
Mhm.
lot of those things are not what we are hearing about. So, and a lot of those incidents is not what is being tracked, or what they call it, by the Gallup Inc. or any of those other um entities that say that they are tracking violence and etc. You know,
Lady, I bet you that the person who wrote that piece is probably working with the big international hotel chains and whatever, and the tourist board or whatever. But that they're working in conjunction with each other to mislead people to thinking that Jamaica is all at stake. If you as a tourist, if you go outside of the safe haven, you do so at your own risk.
definitely. And the hotels make sure that they let you know that.
Yeah, they tell
Yeah.
you that it's
But
all inclusive. They encourage you to buy all inclusive.
Yes. Yes,
You
definitely.
don't
so
leave hotel property. The beach is right there. Everything is right there.
It's true because the other day I went down and I did a all inclusive kind of thing, and I says, you know what? When I was really there, everything was in the hotel for my need. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really need to go out into the communities, into the community. I didn't even go look for one family member. To be honest, I just really relaxed and I really full enjoyed it. And I would leave if I was just a visitor, first time visitor, or even second time visitor going to Jamaica, I would say that, man, Jamaica nice. You know what I'm saying? The roads are nice, beaches are nice, everything is nice, which Jamaica is nice. Cause even when I'm out, when I go to my home areas, Jamaica nice. You know what I'm saying? But you're still in the back of your head. You're watching and you're watching the back of your head and all of those things same way when you're in the hotels you don't really, you kind of sorta don't worry about it that much, you know what I mean.
But
Queen,
it's the same way if you go downtown Atlanta.
Queen, no one is necessarily saying that crime is not everywhere, because crime is everywhere. It's the same, just like you said,
Yeah.
if you go down to downtown Atlanta and you go to one of the hotels in Atlanta, first of all, none of Atlanta is all inclusive. So you definitely have to go on the road, or you have to order out for food or whatever it is. So and we're not condemning that parts of Jamaica is not beautiful and wonderful and safe, because if it wasn't, then a lot of persons, even of status and coming from other countries, will not necessarily would not want to purchase homes and be there. But when I think what Don is elaborating on is more so of the ghetto areas, what they quote unquote so-called ghetto areas, and some of the rural areas that have a lot of violence that are not being recognized, and the police force who can be in those areas to assist with bringing some type of order to the areas are not. They're being dispatched to the areas where tourists are. So, of course, outlets such as Gallup and those organizations are going to send out the wrong impression, whereas where then in turn it makes those areas don't get the attention that they need and don't get the proper help from the JCF or any of them, JDF or any of them,
Right.
to come really put their energies in those areas, because their energies is being sent to the tourist areas. So I think that is basically what
Well,
Don with Donna, you can speak for yourself. You can speak for yourself if that is what you're trying to let us
I
know.
give you an example. I was talking to a friend of mine that we grew up together, and he lives in the Lindsay area, and we were talking about crime, and he was like, "Dan, in the Glengorf St. Catherine area, that police station only has one vehicle, and that vehicle is supposed to support a wide cross section of St. Catherine, and they only have one vehicle at their disposal. One,
Yeah, yeah, and that's sad.
So God help you if you're in trouble and you call the police.
Hmm.
mhm. Well,
Yeah,
the commissioner, he sees the problem, and from what he announced sometime today was that the JCF, they are purchasing bikes for the police officers in Jamaica. And because these bikes, like they said, it move fast, it has a high speed, and they can catch to whatever, whoever, quicker. So they are getting this, not just being purchases by the government, but also the bikes that they have taken away from certain characters. They are gonna be giving those bikes also to the JCF for use. So they're saying this should improve the crime rate because they'll have faster access to whoever they're pursuing or whatever they're pursuing.
but there's, I think,
Anybody believe that?
go ahead, the respecter.
Mm.
Anyone in their right
That's
mind
what he's been reported.
that
So
they people
let's see.
One moment, Queen. One moment. Go ahead, the respecter.
once again, it's a negotiation. It's a lot of negotiation that goes on in Jamaica and other countries where government is concerned. And it's evil and wicked to the people. There's no way a bike being ridden by a wicked police officer or even a good police officer is going to solve a crime that they're chasing. Innocent bystanders, things going to happen. The police himself is going to fall off and die. Things are going to get worse if they give these police officers bikes instead of cars. And it shouldn't have been where one police department have one car for so long. It is at most criminal towards the citizens who need police attention, protection. And the people themselves are not doing what they're supposed to do to protect their communities. They're being too afraid of government to march and preach and talk and, you know, do all the right things for their own benefit. They're not doing it. And once again, outsiders are manipulating Jamaica government with businesses, introducing different things to Jamaica that Jamaica don't need. And the crime in Jamaica, like Don was saying, poor neighborhood, there are a lot of organized crime where a family member wants what grandmother has so badly that they will pay somebody, encourage somebody to go and take grandmother or grandfather's life, father or mother's life, so they can have what they have. Because they're taking too long to die. There are also insurance people are putting on their parents. Can't wait for them to die, by whatever means necessary. The corruption in Jamaica is deep. It's deep. It's not just somebody getting up one day and just see somebody go rob them. No, it's being organized.
Well, DJ VJ Smiles says police are more criminals.
Yes.
Elaborate, Smiles. Don, you're still on the line?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that the respecter just said?
My argument is the vehicle motor cars are very expensive. I would be the first to admit that. So having a bike is better than having a police station with only one vehicle. It's not the best, but it's better. You know, because like I said, Glengarry police station only have one vehicle, and it's in a rural community like in the hills of St. Catherine. One vehicle. And the way Jamaica is nowadays with criminals. Criminals is not only in Kingston and Spanish Town and in place. Criminals are in every parish. Gunmen are in every parish. Everyone. You know. So I don't know.
So you think you think the bike will help? At least they'll have more transportation than they normally do.
The question is what are you gonna take the prisoner to jail when you're on a bike?
Exactly. So Dan, big question here though. So you don't think it's in for instance, such as the Clarendon area that you're speaking of, you don't think St. Catherine, sorry, area that you're speaking of, you don't feel that is the citizens have to blame as well, that there's just one police car there? Where is the protest? Where is the politicians that they're voting in for that district? How come they're not coming out and making their voices be heard?
Did any of you see that a series of videos that's been coming out from Bounty Killer in the last month or two? I don't know if any of you see.
I saw a couple.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah, where Bounty Killer is saying that the Jamaicans need to stop being loyal to political parties and become loyal to Jamaica.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
that's what the man said.
Definitely. Because it definitely comes right back to the citizens of Jamaica. Is, you know,
yeah,
how much are we going to just continue to sit there, and when they give us their two choppers, we feel like is our, you know, it's the world, you know, because the rate. Go ahead.
The man gave out $5,000 last week to people who was going to the convention. If you come from country, you give $5,000 to come to National Arena, wherever the conference was. And if you come from Kingston, he'll give you I think it's $1,500 to come to the conference. I saw the video, and when they went there, they had a whole tonload of acting and rice and peas to feed them.
Yeah. and some of them had no way to go back home.
Mm.
I saw the video with them eating oxtail and rice. I saw the video at the conference. Free.
Yeah.
No,
Dan.
Yeah.
Being who you are, and you in Jamaica in a situation, even in America, and you know how corrupt people are, you're gonna go there and being licky licky and go eat from somebody putting something in the food to look so badly that you lose your mind in both of them.
Yeah.
I, I, I don't think they people. What I thought you was gonna say was that people go there hungry. Because people are hungry. Believe me, there's a lot of hunger in Jamaica in the
Yes.
poor communities.
True. It's true. Yeah.
They're
Okay,
hungry and not
if,
me nah
if
nyam it.
somebody's gonna give you $1,500 to catch a bus or something to come to the convention, when you come, you're gonna get some rice and oxtail. Gonna go.
A lot of well, we saw the turnout, so
Hmm.
Yes,
definitely know that there's persons that are in need of that little $1,500. As small as we may look at it, there's a lot of
But
persons that's in need of that.
somebody was saying that that was a undercover pride rally.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's so sad.
That holding organized.
But the government always do this. They always put out money out there. You see, when it's time for election, remember we close to election. They put out all these little things out there, these little perks out there to certain areas and certain people. And what they're doing is raking in votes, people to consider them later on. Or man, they did give me some rice. Um, and they give me $30,000. And that's one of the things that came up even a couple of our pod, back there, where we talk about the politicians them years ago, how they used to pay off people. And I think that's what's going on again, or what's coming around again,
Yeah,
where they
it never stopped. Yeah,
they put little money here and little money there and little money there to get these votes. And I think that's what's going on there.
the bottom line, it takes the citizens of Jamaica have to stop worrying about political party and start once again, as even Dan said, worrying about their state. The conditions that they are living in and what these parties are doing for their community. The constituency that they are in. What are these politicians doing for those areas? And I don't know. They're doing
Oh, you get
absolutely.
it out of these
I
people.
don't.
It's embedded in them.
I don't even hear anymore about the what you call it, the UCI. Is it the UCI party?
Yeah.
What it was that is called. I'm not even hearing anything about them anymore. It's just now all
Me
about
neither.
and what Mark Golden, and he's not doing nothing because the way that is looking with all the bashment that he's getting and stuff, there's gonna be another couple of years of Andrew again. So I mean, like, I don't know with Jamaica politics. I just know this, that the citizens of Jamaica have to stand up and do something. And without, if they're not using their voice, they are not going to be heard. And what continues to be given to them, dished out to them, is what's going to continue to be given to them, dished out to them. And that's what them are
The
going to
bigger
man
voice
make them
they
belly full with. Ah,
the biggest voice in Jamaica as far as election and vote, when it comes down to it, is the so called middle class. The middle class is like a competition with the middle class and the poor. Because it seems like the middle class do not want to have nothing to do with the poor and needy. And if somebody's gonna go in office that represents the poor and needy, the middle class ain't gonna have it because they feel like they're gonna lose money. Life is not gonna be the same for them. So it's not just one party against the next party. It's also the middle class against the poor and needy.
so you think there's a middle class?
Well, they say that they say it is.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I think it's poor and upper class, and the upper class is JLP, and the middle class the poorer one is PMP.
well,
Majority,
that
majority.
Bounty,
Majority.
Bounty Killer said something. Yeah, Bounty Killer said something in the video, see. And when he said it, I hope you guys can look it up on YouTube. Bounty Killer said, why is it that Tibble Garden has always remained a JLP stronghold and Arnett Garden has remained a PNP stronghold and never changed? From he was a little boy until now. It still hasn't changed. Why? Why? You know?
And
Because people voted. Bounty Killer said, some of them said, to use his own words, he said, some of them said them vote because them grandmother are PNP and them grandfather are Labour, right? That's why them vote.
Yeah.
And he said that it's madness.
It's sheer madness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so you must, him say, when I
But
was
it's
going
tradition.
over political
It's
parties.
tradition, and it's hard to break traditions. You know, something major have to happen, like a new party, in order to change their minds. But their minds are so mindset in terms of traditions
But they are
that they're
there
gonna keep voting for those parties. You know.
no every time there's a new party that comes along, they don't be recognized. So it's not like there never was a new party that was, formed. It's just the mindset of the people. They're brainwashed into whatever area that you're living in, and that
Lady
area
D,
that you grow up in. Yes, the respecter. Go ahead.
you need to keep saying that over and over because that is 1,000,000% accurate.
Thank you.
The people.
The people. I mean, and the area. It goes by areas. If you ever look, the areas that you live in is what party that you're representing, and you are not going to necessarily be in that particular area, and that being a Labourite party, and you come jump up and say you're PNP. I mean, it's definitely
Them
unheard
burn down
of.
your house if you do that. Them
You
burn
understand?
if
So
you do that.
exactly. So therefore, there's gonna always be that party issue, and persons in Jamaica is afraid to speak out, against, especially if they're in. I can't. They're not gonna speak out against the labor, right? Because the Dons and so on in the areas are going to, wanna get up and go over there go vote. You understand? And movements have
Mhm.
to be made. So we can bash them, but then we also have to say, mighty God, like what really are they to do? Because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's not like they have money to get up and move and say, all right, let me migrate to this area. And then perhaps they go to that area and they identify that person as always being a JLP versus a PNP. And then that becomes an issue because they say, yeah, this boy come in a few area and and me always be like this. So I mean, Jamaica citizens is also stuck between a rock and a hard place as to
True.
representation.
True.
So
True.
The
we
majority of the citizens is more than enough that can come together, like you said earlier, that can come together and make enough noise. And maybe, maybe what I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna worry about trouble or anything. Maybe the world, maybe countries need a Donald Trump. Some countries need a Donald Trump
so they've not said so
because people been suffering for too long under some
So,
bullcrap
so they've
government
not
eh,
said
system.
they already so isn't aren't they already saying that Andrew is a Donald Trump? Are they not
Huh?
already are they not already saying Andrew is a Donald Trump?
No,
Because
not that sense.
in actuality is kind of sorted that way, JLP is considered to be Republican here in America. PNP is considered to be Democrat.
the Democrat, yeah.
So it's really the two of them kind of sort of operate under somewhat of the same bylaws and what is the word I'm trying to find? They kind of sort of operate under the same type of structures and beliefs.
But they both play the same game, really.
Mhm.
and they both play the
No
same
matter no
game.
matter which one of them is in power, the work the poor people don't see no improvement.
No improvement.
Yeah.
Yes.
No
True.
improvement. And if
The rich is always taking care of the rich.
no matter
That's
which
it.
one of them,
And nobody take care of the poor.
also no matter which one of them win, one side of the poor is going to suffer. Because if the JLP
Yes.
win,
Yeah.
JLP is focusing
Yeah.
on JLPs. PNP get left out in the cold. A lot of those areas
Yeah.
get left out in the cold because JLP are run now, so they might take care of themselves and they take care of their business and all of this.
Somebody
If
get
the
punished.
PNP if the PNP wins, then it's Elan powder house for the JLPs, especially the ones that are struggling. So I mean, it's I don't even know in Jamaica. I don't know.
We need a party that say Jamaica.
It's definitely needed. It's
I
definitely
mean, I
needed,
mean,
but Queen, it's
I mean,
been
they
there.
will they will start a project. The JLP, for example, will start a project, multi-million-dollar project, and unfortunately, them lose the next election. Do you know that that project come to a
It's
standstill when
halted.
PNP come in power?
Mhm.
Yes, it's halted.
Yeah.
So there's no team
That project
Jamaica.
come to a standstill. Yeah,
So there's definitely no team Jamaica there whatsoever. And Queen, as you mentioned with other parties, there are other parties, but no one knows them and no one trusts them, and they're and it's not based off of areas.
Mhm.
They're not in any of these garrisons where the JLP or the PNP is.
All right.
So therefore, they don't
Uh,
have any power, and they're fighting a downward battle all the time. That's why right now we don't hear about. I think it's the UIC or UIC,
Mhm.
whatever they call themselves. And they're supposed
Mhm.
to be the blue party. It's
Mhm.
yeah.
they're just not
All right.
recognized. And before you say that, it's like you can equate it even with here in America. You have the Democrats and you have the Republican, but yet you have the Independent Party.
Independent party, yeah.
But the independents are not really getting any ray about them because they're of the minority. They're not of the majority, and that's what's
Mhm.
going on in Jamaica as far as
True.
minority and majority in Jamaica with the two
And for politics, yeah.
and
Yep.
the
Oh
ghetto
my
areas
my.
that
Look at
they
the
say that
time.
they control. Go ahead, the respecter. Sorry.
I said, my. Look at the time. Time to move on.
Yeah, 907. 907 on the powerhouse clock. We're going to be talking about the gold and copper that was found in Clarendon. And what does that mean for Jamaica? Really, like, what does it mean for Jamaica? Also, going to touch entitlement of funds. We received a video in regards to that on the entitlements of fund. A person won some couple of $1 million or thousands of dollars, and we're gonna get into that a little bit into the program. We're also going to touch respect or love. You know, there's also a video that was sent, and that video had a young lady. And I'm gonna play that video, and then you all tell me what your thoughts on it. On that video with respect or love. So keep it locked right here on the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Victorious 89.1 WAKP. Your unity in the community station.
Yes, you are in tune to the Powerhouse Radio. Want to say big shouts to all of our sponsors. All of our sponsors, big shouts to you. One by One Kia. Want to say big shouts to the Hinkson Law Firm. Big shouts go out to Unique Total Care. Also, massive shouts go out to Mystique Enterprise as well. And we want to send a big shout to the Blake Construction. And Victorious Radio for bringing us each and every week right here in the ATL radio, ATL area 89.1 FM. So make sure that you tell a friend and a friend and a family member that we are here each and every week.
One by One Kia full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Kia products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One by One Kia. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today.
Hey, 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 hey. Away, Babylon. Away. Dirty Babylon.
Coming up.
Wicked man. Away. Hey. I know you think you've got the battle won, but the war has just begun. I know you think you've got the battle won, but the war has just begun. Enemies surround us with bad intentions, spiritual wickedness in high and low places. Envy and greed, their only motivation. Their every wish is to destroy our nation. Away, Babylon, away, you dirty Babylon. Away, wicked man, away. Hey.
Yes, that's the big man himself, Mr. Don himself. Oh, yeah. Dr. Babylana. We're going to touch that at the end of the program to his entirety. So definitely keep it a locker right here on Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays. And I'm hoping that you go on over to our YouTube channel and like, subscribe, get notified. We need to get them numbers there up, Share it with your friends, and your family member. And when you're on the um social media outlets, just touch that like button for it, man. Just touch it up because we definitely need and appreciate the support each and every week. Be sure to listen to Let's Gripe each and every Wednesdays from 7 p.m. up until the 8 o'clock hour with Tonya, Marcus, and McKenna. And do be sure, as you're doing right now, listening to Reasoning Thursdays each and every Thursday with yours truly, Lady D, the queen of all queen and the man that I respect him, respect all of the respect, the respecter. Big up yourself. So spread the word once again. Tell a friend and a family member if you wanna hear a topic discussed right here on Reasoning Thursday. Send it over to DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. That's DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. Diving right into it. Golden copper found in Clarendon. We're gonna touch that, and then we're gonna go over to respect or love. All right. And definitely we're gonna leave it out with the entitlements of funds. Okay. Georgia police search. All right, someone real quick, a real drop in there. We received a text, email that can Georgia police search your phone? Have some answers for you. I'm going to email you back on that. And know by the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment, in your Constitution, they cannot search your phone. They have stipulations in Georgia. They have stipulations in many of the other states, but I know we were dealing with a Georgia person. But there's different circumstances that can make the police allowed to search your phone. But really, they are not. They should not be searching your phone based off of the Fourth Amendment, and that's something that you can argue, or your attorneys can argue in court. So I'm going to send that information over to you once again. Also, it is, all of these hurricane season and all of these things. Make sure that you get your emergency gears prepared. Alrighty, so those the water, Make sure you put that aside, your emergency food supply, all of those things, little blankets, all of them things. You know, the time is getting colder. And you know, with the winter, with the blizzards and all of these things, you want to be safe in your home. Also, if you have a generator, you know, put those generators outside so those carbon monoxide and away from the windows. Don't put them near your windows because that same carbon monoxide can seep in through the windows and kill you in your sleep. So make sure that you definitely be prepared, be aware, and if you need some information, go to the American Red Cross site, and they can give you some more information on how to be prepared for hazardous weather. So we're gonna dive into Jamaica have gold, or are we going respect and love? Where are we going at? Panel?
Jamaica gold.
Well, that's what they say. They say they have gold and copper and boronite and some others, and that it was discovered by the Canadian, a Canadian company, C3 Metals Inc. So that's what they say. That
Okay.
gold. So if it is, what comes with it? I've being told, or I've also read that Jamaica is only getting 5% of any royalty or anything.
That's what I'm hearing on Robert Stewart. Gonna get 95%.
Right, of what's the elements in Jamaica. I'm hearing you, the respecter. Go ahead.
I mean, honestly, stuff like this really upset me, gets on my skin because Jamaica, it's like there's nothing in Jamaica that the black man can discover. Centuries and centuries and centuries, the Arab Indian didn't discover nothing. Then the black race came and nothing was discovered, and everything is being all of a sudden now. Canada has found its way in Jamaica. China found its way in Jamaica, and all of a sudden they're digging up and finding things. And I'm truly believing that these people are bringing things to Jamaica and planting it and saying that they've discovered it. As a way of bringing
Why? Why would they want to do that?
have in their own country to Jamaica to make a bigger profit. So they're using this discovery, which is not discovery, as a way of having a base in Jamaica to sell gold and whatever else, oil and whatever else. They're using our country like, I mean, the government don't have no sense to look into these things and say, well, oh, all of a sudden this is popping up here.
Because the
And how
respecter,
you just happen to come here from Canada and know exactly where to go to find it.
they don't, the respecter. First of all, if Canada did have them something, the Canada will come to Jamaica for it. Nor are they going to bring it to Jamaica to set up no port. Now, Jamaica is very rich. Jamaica is very rich, but you have to understand that we don't have the equipment to do those things.
The resources,
And it's
yeah.
not like they
This.
just
They
it's not
know
like they just
exactly where to come to Jamaica
but
and go
it's not
start
like they just
in the
came to
scene.
Clarendon and decided, say, yeah, I right here some other dig. They digging up and they have these instruments
Yeah.
that do certain things. Okay, it's even up here. You ever see those coin detectors where metal detectors where if any type of
Mm-hmm.
metal and stuff is under the earth and you put it over it, it
Mm-hmm.
goes off. Almost like that. They have machinery and they have things that Jamaican government does not have and do not want to invest in. So therefore, Jamaica government go out and sell these contracts and these bids to these companies and have them come in now and come rape Jamaica of their natural elements. Jamaica is a very rich country. That's why that's
And
why
the
they want to get into the cockpit country. That's why they want to do certain things because Jamaica is very, very rich in elements.
Mm-hmm.
government,
Yes.
Jamaica government don't have no damn sense. Them
Let,
alone,
Sure.
that I want that
let me
I
finish.
want
Them alone,
go ahead.
countries are coming to Jamaica and doing whatever they want to do. And Jamaica government, it doesn't bother them one bit that Jesus Christ, somebody have $1,000, but it's actually $10.
Yeah.
They don't have
Uh,
no kind of whatever to say. Look how long this been going on. Countries doing this to us. Why our dollar must be so outrageous
Because
compared to America, who owes trillions and trillions of dollars in
because
other countries. and our money keeps being ridiculous. $1,000 is nothing. $1 million in Jamaica is nothing. And they keep allowing countries to come make it worse. So all that
You see, the thing is not the government that makes up the country, it's the people that makes up the country. It's just that the people, they don't really know that they are the one that makes up the country and can change things in the country. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? So until the people see that they can make these changes, and it's not the government that is running the country but them, then we gonna always have these problems and no outcomes.
our lady made it loud and clear that the people want to, and people have tried. Believe people have tried over the years. Citizens have tried over the years, and nothing happened. Government is in control. Government has the guns. They have the guns. They have the weapons. They have the support.
But they
There's
don't. But
nothing
they don't
the people
necessarily.
can really do besides make noise.
But they don't necessarily have the equipment.
But
You see all of those
they
digging.
need to stop. They need to stop give permission to China and Canada and France and America and England
I
and other
agree.
places. They need to stop doing it.
I agree. I agree with that.
All the money they got for foreign countries, where they what they did with it, where they put it. Those money could
I
have been okay.
go ahead.
Instead of sending us money, send us machines. Give us the machines we need so we can do our own research, send our own scientists to go dig up and check for this and check for that. When you allow China to come and dig up, Canada dig up, they end up with 99% of it. And it's
But
that belongs
are the citizen willing to work hard? So you're going to have to work hard to develop these things.
to that
But
China,
this
Canada found something. Let's say Canada or China, whoever come to Jamaica and dig up and found something. Thank you very much. This belongs to our citizens. You'll get a small cut for finding it. Take it and move on. This belongs to our citizens. It's
these
in
people,
Jamaica.
the respect that
It's on Jamaica's soil.
these people have invested millions and billions of dollars into doing into these research. Our government is all about themselves, so therefore they're not for the people. So the people will always lose on
Uh,
governments until once again they get out of the slave mentality of party and start going for people. All right. Prime Minister Onis came out and said that it's alleged that he made an announcement that the land title. Okay, so let's say you have a piece of land. All right. If gold is found on that land, it's not your gold. Okay. We own the land title, but we do not own the minerals that is said on the land. Jamaica is not for the people, period. If this gold is found and even on your land, you're not even gonna get a dollar out of it.
But it's the same thing in America and Canada,
All around the world. So
all
therefore
around the world.
so that answered your question.
Yeah. But one thing that can happen, the so-called bad men and women, they could say, hell no. And form an army.
Jamaica
Form an
people,
army.
the people have not saying nothing. Farm what army? Where you get to Africa with the coup and them something there? I want, I want, I want to go with it. What army you
So-called
talking
bad
about?
man and woman. So-called bad man and woman in the area that is being dug up. They can come together and say, okay, I free with that.
No respect, Missy say you upset. Missy say you upset. I see you upset. And you know what? The way how you're upset, if persons in Jamaica and persons all in the diaspora can become as upset as you are, then maybe there can be some type of change.
Some change,
But,
eh?
but if one man can't, you know, together we stand, divided we fall, and divided we are. So therefore we continue to fall.
It's just, Lady D, the
Yeah,
thing I'm just saying, man, it's unfair that you Jamaicans know we can pick up and go to Canada or China or any other country and talk about them find gold and them find oil and then walk away with the most of it.
that's
We
that's
can't
that's
do it.
that's what the government has put into place. So you have to talk. Once again, it comes back to the citizen. That is what the government has put into place, and that is what the citizens need to address. And
That's right.
when they're voting in these these politicians to represent their constituents, they need to make these demands known to the
Mm-hmm.
population that this is what they want done, and if this is not what done, rallying, all of these things gonna take place. And they have to, and some of them have to understand that they're, if it's a matter of war, then there will be casualties of war. Is the people that have to come in with their mind and say, all right, we're willing to die for the cause that we're going to stand, but we're standing and we're standing firm. And then maybe there can be some type of change. And we're not going to go for your your $2 and your $1,500 for one plate of food, and then tomorrow, when the party is looking so beautiful on news media outlets and all of these things, then all of a sudden, Sharon texting, and Sharon says these things happen because people will vote for these politicians that don't care about Jamaican people or Jamaica. They just line their pockets. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to continue to happen until Jamaican people stop voting, and especially stop voting in the same exact politician
People,
that
yeah,
that they vote in
yeah.
time after time after time after time.
Mm-hmm.
So until there's a change, there will not be a change. Okay? And it takes the people to make the change.
That's it.
And
That's all.
we not only preach that for Jamaica, but we preach that even for us here in America. That a change didn't come until Martin Luther King and them really stood up. Harriet Tubman, all of those trailblazers stood
Mm-hmm.
up and fought for the cause and had the people
Yeah.
behind them and supporting them. Jamaica doesn't have that structure. And America right now doesn't have that structure. That's why a lot that is being done in America. And a lot of places all around the world don't have that structure, because the biggest thing in human being is fear. And
Mm-hmm.
they fear for life, they fear for the unknown, they fear for being even more poverty stricken than what they are. They are the fear of being homeless, the fear of fear. So we'll be continuing to beat a dead horse, you know, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And we're going to continue to see the continuance of the same people. The only way Jamaica can change is if Jamaica make a statement and say, okay, let's take a chance on this third party, whomever this third party is. Let's take a chance. we it we don't feel that it can get any more worse than where we are. You don't hit rock bottom. When you don't hit rock bottom, it's like, where else is there to go but up? So take the chance and see what can come out of another party. Make a statement. If you don't make a statement, there will never be a change. Donna Moody says it's mind control. The people don't even realize why they are voting for these politicians. They don't, Donna. They don't realize why they're voting for whom they're voting for, because it's generational. It's
Mm-hmm.
generation to generation of of
Mm-hmm.
um brainwashing. And no one, once again, is not thinking about the future of the children that are coming up, and making that bold statement. And as soon as there's individuals that are making bold statements, they label them as to be mad. They label them as to be all of these things so that persons don't take them seriously. And
That's because there are no more leaders. The leaders are not out there, and if they're out there, they're scared to come out. They're just under the surface looking out. But I don't know. Remember, black folks need leader. Ha! Most of them are followers. They're not leaders, and
let
remember, it's just once in a while, couple of years, you find a good leader. And right now, who is it? I don't see one.
Would you say
But sorry, whatever affect America, it affect the other countries. So if we find a good black leader here, even in America, that can change things, I think it will ricochet all over.
we had
But
a black
anyway, sorry,
we,
Spectre.
we had a black leader. We had a leader by the name of Obama, and nothing didn't change. Go ahead, Spectre.
would you say that government throughout this world fall under the umbrella of wages of sin?
No comment.
I'm just
The
wondering.
wages of sin supposed to be debt, don't it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just wondering. The wages of sin is death. So I'm wondering why those who are really committing the sins, why they still alive.
Listen, we are change this as subject here, cause you over the left there, so.
Yeah, mother.
Stop. Respect her wait. Respect her
Oh, it's okay.
wait.
Yeah,
Stop.
mother. Not kind of weird.
Stop. Don't move. I have Facebook them come check me. How's that
Respect some a
man?
bit.
Eh? Man,
Respect
you make
and
it.
bit.
Oh shoots. Uh they put me on my door and say who's that gentleman on your show that was talking on the radio station that was talking.
Let's
But
move along then.
honestly, if there's it takes the people to make a change, and it's rape when all Jamaica is getting is 5% of royalty. If well, it's not if because it's stated
It,
that
it is
all
there. Yeah, it's there.
is so to get 5% of gold and copper, barnett, other minerals, all of those things, and there's only 5% that the country
Mhm.
of Jamaica is going to get in form of royalty is rape, and it's madness on top of rape.
That's not
But
government
you,
idiot.
You know,
lady and the respecter, listen, I have a clip I'm gonna send you guys, right? And if this is happening now with this gold and this copper thing, can you imagine what's gonna happen with this black gold,
Fancy.
that
Uh,
that that oil?
If it's not
Eh?
serving the people of Jamaica,
I'm gonna send you all this clip and the billions of dollars that can be made off of just what 15 barrels, 16 barrel. I mean, hey,
the respecter Donna says that you're so right, respecter. All right. And then Sharon says the Jamaican government fool them fool back. Oh, serious. Yeah.
idiot, idiot.
Idiot. Says Jamaica government fool them more than fool share. And let me tell you, I mean, like really,
Well, yeah,
5% is all that they are going to get as far as royalty because of these companies
well,
invest
yeah,
in
this.
millions.
All it takes is a small percentage of the entertainers and the athletes in Jamaica and the business owners to overthrow that damn government.
You think? You think?
A
Look how
small
much millions of
percentage of
dollars.
entertainers. There are a lot of bright, intelligent entertainers out there, and athletes and some business owners. Because you cannot let another country come in your country and rape you like that.
But
It's insulting.
you keep saying that, but there's no unity. There is no unity. They
And
can't
sell out,
they can't even
sell out. The
unify.
government sell out.
I mean, there's no unity there. So that's what we're going to get. We're going to get what the duck get. What the duck get. What the duck
And you
get.
see what you're saying? What happened with Bounty Killer? When Bounty Killer made noise in Africa, the rest of them should have followed and form a unity. And that would have bring change.
And what I said, they make you look like you're mad because at one point they wanted to start questioning the mental stability of Queen Ifrica when she was eating out and coming out with certain information.
Right.
You know,
right.
so they're always, and then the same entertainers then start fighting against you. There's no unity. There's no unity. Not in none of the first fraternities in Jamaica. Entertainment fraternity, news fraternity, political fraternity, communities. There's no form of unity. So we're gonna continue to get what the duck gets.
Everybody's here to themselves.
I dare to tell the world what the dog got.
It was not golden egg, right?
Hashtag UCK. Hashtag UCK. KED. You have to put the ED in there as well. That's what they get. Respect of love. Respect our love. Okay. Now this one was sent in and want to know your opinion, listeners and panel, on this one right here. I'm trying to find it because I sent it to the phone to play it. Okay, so this is I'm gonna have to cut it off before it gets to the end because she did say one explicit, and you know, we can't do the explicits. So check this out.
A lot of women don't accept the reality that men take respect over love. Absolutely. Any day. Any day, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Respect me before you love me. And then women position themselves where it's like, well, I'll take safety over love.
Damn. Safety, huh?
So as long as I feel safe with you, I don't have to be in love with you. Because I'll marry the man that I respect before I marry the man that I'm in love with.
You know what? When you say that out loud,
she ain't lying.
That makes some sense.
Yeah, no, she didn't lie.
I have no rebuttals.
Because even the safety, immediately when you said safety, I'm like, no. In my head, I'm like, no. They want to marry somebody that's financially keeping them safe.
And it's so many different protect. It's so many different layers to safety.
But mine,
emotional,
keeping them safe.
So I don't have to be in love with my husband because I'm not going to always.
You're not going to always.
No.
Yeah.
But if I'm safe,
What's your thought on that? What's your thought on that clip that was sent in and asked us on Reasoning Thursday to elaborate on it? Respecta, you want to hit it?
Well, when I first saw that, it kind of moved me. Because we talked about this in a different way before. You gotta respect somebody before you can actually be believing that they love you, but you love them. I mean, you can't love me without respecting me. If you don't respect me, you don't love me. And that's just normal common sense. And a woman that would honestly say that about feeling safe with the man she's with, and take that over the actual love, to make sense because it's gonna blend in. It's gonna blend. You feel safe with a man, everything is gonna come along with that. So I do believe that respect first, and then everything else come after.
Queen, your thoughts?
Yeah, similar. Like you said it all, you gotta respect each other, and you need to look for some. If somebody don't respect you, you can tell from the beginning how he treats you and how he deals with you.
Absolutely.
So mm,
Now I understand what both of you are saying, but I'm looking at I was listening to a lot of what the sister was saying, and she said safety over love, and then the other one elaborated on saying safety when she thought about, at first she was feeling like this young lady that the sister was not saying it right, but then when she thought about it, financial security, she thought okay, safety. So I feel safe with my brother, but I'm not going to marry my brother. I felt safe with my father. I'm not going to marry my father. I have male brethren that I feel safe with, but that does not mean I'm going to marry them. And to say you will marry someone based off of safety versus love and respect, then that makes me question a person, because you can feel safe in all capacity, but that does not mean that you want to be married to that person, and because they make you safe you're going to love them, and you're going to want to be with them and
mm,
exalt the feeling of love, the feeling of
mm,
intimacy, the because along with love and intimacy, that is a connection that is safe or not. That connection right there is a beautiful thing. So
But
to say I prefer to be safe with somebody versus being loved, because love, also with love come intimacy. So to just look at, to be safe, I don't want to be intimate just for safe.
mm.
lady,
I want to be
Everything. It's
loved.
a combination. It's a combination of everything. A combination of safety, a combination of respect, a combination of caring. All of that stuff is intertwined into it. So you have to have all of those traits,
Go
not
ahead.
just one trait.
All right, go ahead, the
here's
respecter.
the beauty. Here's the beauty of being safe. Safe covers everything. Safe meaning I'm gonna take care of you
Listen,
financially, sexually, everything. Safe is very deep.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm going off of what the sister said. The sister said she preferred to be with someone who she's safe with than love. And I'm on the fence with that. When you say you prefer to be with someone based off of safety, I prefer to be loved. I prefer to feel love through every mean and being of my body. And as a woman, I don't want to be just safe.
Hmm.
That you love me,
You should
I
keep
know
me safe.
I am safe. So to X out love over safety, for me, is things that makes you go,
Hmm. It
that's all.
shouldn't be extra, because it all goes together. If you love me, you're gonna want to make sure that I'm safe. I mean, if you really love me, I
Right.
mean,
I'm going off of just what the sister said, you know.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
the female, the respecter.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going off of what the sister said, and she specifically said she preferred to be safe.
I think she just said that to make me feel good.
It's okay, it's okay. Mhm.
All right. So maybe that's what she was trying to do. She saw you
No,
saw you
no.
across a crowded room. I said, I think I would be safe with that man over there. I don't want him to love me. I think maybe that's what she was doing, but yeah, so that's my take on that. If I'm saying something wrong, listeners, let me know. If how would you feel? Do you want to feel just safe and not everybody just to feel safe and not loved? And you know, yeah, love is very loving. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Safe is
Mm-hmm.
safe. I can protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But love you loving me lets me know that my heart, my the love that I'm going to give you, my heart is safe, my body's safe, my future is safe, everything is safe already. So, but
Yeah.
the love has to be there. Police officers make you safe. Supposed to. you know,
Opposed to. Right.
and I don't want to marry them. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
so I would love to have gotten onto this conversation with this sister right there, because that would be my line that I would be going with her. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
9:45, man. We're getting ready to get up on out of the air chair. We're gonna open up the telephone line 706-955-2001. 706-955-2001. You can call in if you choose, while we continue to wrap it up with entitlement of funds.
Mm-hmm.
Who was saying before entitlement of funds? Who was saying something about Biden with the big C and numbers? Was it you, the respecter?
Hmm. But I don't have the full facts about it, but it makes sense the way they demonstrated.
Okay.
And then I remember I was complaining a while back or pointing out a while back how black his eyes are.
Yeah. Okay.
Like his
Okay.
eyes
All right.
changed over the years. His eyes wasn't that black.
Okay, we'll get more
There's
into it
something
when you
going
get the
on.
article. When you get the article, so that way we can tell our listeners on where to go to look that up.
Yeah,
Queen,
it's kind of simple from what I remember. If you guys take the corona, fill the corona,
the C,
and
the
then
C,
add the number that represents the letters,
the big C. Uh-huh.
right? And then you jot down the six letters as well. You're gonna get 666,
Queen, you're
and
making some
and then you
noise in the
divide it
background.
by 2020, and it should give you an answer of 30330, and it's attached to Biden in some kind of way. Just don't remember what way.
Ah, shucks. All right. We're gonna dismiss it till you get the information and can really direct us. All right.
What
Queen,
those
you had a
numbers are
quick
representing. Yeah.
Queen, you had a quick drop in on the flooding.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yes. Uh-huh. It's an update on the flooding, where we found out that it's not just within the past 2 months. It's many other countries in East Africa. South Africa was flooded through the other day, and now India is affected, and they're saying 33,000 people died in Libya, and 10,000 people are still missing in Libya. So all of those regions is flooding, and it's happening. But they said there are humanitarian aid coming in those areas. So hopefully, things will be better there. I was just giving you all a follow up on what we discussed last week. Last week.
okay, there's some type of anthrax disease that's going around in over there. It's alleged in Uganda, and I'm wondering if that's a part of all of these floodings and stuff like that. But I'll get more information on Queen. You could get some more information on
Yes.
that. Okay? And we'll bring that to you. We'll throw that into you all next week. Um, we have our lines coming on. Caller, hold the line for me. I'm sorry, I've missed a couple of calls there. So if you were calling in, I apologize. I was not paying attention. I was trying to read up on something else real quick. The entitlement of funds. Caller, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm blessed, thank you.
Right. How's everyone doing?
What's up, Mama Donna?
I'm good. How's everyone?
Speak up
Everyone's
yourself,
good?
Donna.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, man, we good on this
Yeah.
end. To entitlement of funds. In people, there was an article where there's was sent in and wanted our thoughts onto the entitlements of funds of persons who win money. Do you all feel that they are supposed to give their family members whatever they want out of their money?
Well, I mean, it's up to the person. I mean, it's all up to them if they want to give them something from what they won. That's all.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
feel
what I
that.
would say. I would tell them the same
Yeah,
way. If you want to
yeah,
give, then you give. If you don't want to give, a family member must understand. If them want vex, make them
mhm,
vex. That are for them prerogative. They can vex all
yeah,
they want to be vexed. That's their
mhm.
prerogative. But you know what you need your money for and what you need to do. And if worse, if they just came out the woodwork and they wasn't in your life and in your business from jump, then I wouldn't feel
Right.
entitled to have to give them anything. I take care of my children, and if my children act too obnoxious about it as well, them can go on too. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I
Yeah,
feel about it. So Carla, that one's
yeah,
right there. That's where we put it right there. Donna, we have 10
yeah.
minutes. What you saying? Because I see you calling and I know you have something to say. What you got to tell us?
Yeah, actually, no. I mean, I was actually at the supermarket listening to you guys. So, yes, I just came in not too
Big
long ago,
house.
and I said, let me just call in. I was listening to you and talking about, how they vote for the same people each and every time, and it's gonna be pretty much the same outcome.
Yeah.
So I have put my little input in, through the text on that because it's like I said, it's some sort of mind control because there's no way that you're going to keep voting for these parties and you're getting the same results each and every time.
No.
And you actually are killing for them and things like that to your own people. You're killing your own people for them. So,
Do y'all think it's a brainwash kind of thing? Do y'all think people
yeah,
are just like really, really brainwashed into,
most
and there's no
definitely.
changing their minds?
Nope. Because they can't see it from that point of view. They cannot see it from that point of view because they're under a mind control.
Yeah.
You ever hear me mention go ahead.
I even look and see Auntie Donna business, that the
Hmm.
chick there, Auntie
Yeah.
Donna,
Hmm.
and she's a
Right.
die-hearted in whatever's going on. She's just die-hearted as well into her
Hmm.
party. I'm like, is this really are the PNP's individuals not seeing what Andrew is doing for the country? Or is the labor right not seeing what Andrew is doing for the country? The two of them, I mean,
That's what it is. I mean, it's a mind control of the government. It's
yeah.
not just one particular country government. It's governments around the world, and it's some sort of spell that they have people under. Because if you go around the world, it's the same story.
Mhm.
Okay, so but yet they still vote these people in during election time. So what can you really say about that? I mean, just look into it. I remember when the LIRR massacre occurred. I listened to Colin Ferguson keenly, and he stated that we were under a mind control. And I'm saying, well, I believed him, but I'm not under no mind control. You see, and I got more experience in life. I learned that I was under the mind control very heavily. Okay, so because that wasn't my family and I didn't know, but he said it. He said it's a cult, and he didn't.
Yes, sir.
Those things, yeah, they put you under mind control. Colin Ferguson, I'm talking about before they modified his testimony, because they just modify and play what they want you to know. I listened to that man, and he said, he said, I did not shoot anyone, and he said, and if I did, anyone who is in, in company with these individuals, pretty much are under mind control. And it's like he was saying, they programmed someone else through the MK Ultra Mind program to do the shooting. But you see, no one listened to him. He was automatically, presumed guilty. He was guilty until proven innocent, instead of innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
So automatically you saw it, because the media, that's their brainwashing tool. That's what they use. It's whatever they say, even if it don't go like that. Tell me, the majority of people believe it. And if you were to dispute something that everybody is influenced by through the media, you're going to look like the crazy person.
Listen, this Donna, not that you said that. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
But truth of the matter is, you're 100% accurate. I remember, yes, Donald Trump was going about his business. And it's the media that got in his face and constantly, are you going to run for president? And there were times he said no. They're the one that influenced him, got him into that position to run for president. So it is ways to get you to do what they want you to do. And it's in form of what you read, they give you to read, also what you listen to. That's all the coats become coats. They train you by what they give you to read. Once you read certain things, you're in. You listen to certain things, you're in. It's also
those books are magic. Those books are magic. You have to have the mind frame to know that if I read this book, I'm not gonna let it influence me. That what I'm reading is factual. You have to know how to differentiate fact from fiction, because books are magic. And that's what they were able to use to influence so many people's minds to do things, and of things that aren't really actually true. So that's what it is.
And that's what's going on now, even with a lot of social media. Because you ever see, you ever, well, maybe not, because maybe you all don't have children around. For the ones that have children around, and up to the little baby, that baby could be crying, and as you put on a certain program, that baby give that full attention to that program. And it just keeps them occupied the whole time, no matter even what you're doing, their mind is not straying from that program. So, and that's what they called the television things program.
Because
and I'm not even going to cut you, but you know what? I think I'm programmed. I'm programmed because if I don't play these silly games on my phone every day, I feel like I'm naked, like I missed something for the day. I have to play a game of the spades or dominoes on my phone. I could, if I forget all day as I lay down, I say, some of them I play the spades, I'm going to go back in there and try if it done the game. You know what I mean?
I do the same thing too, but we are programmed. Everyone to some extent, we are programmed. Okay, so I can know. I said, well, if I get up and I have to get up and take up my phone, I said, boy, I am programmed, because you get me. So it's like it's something. I mean, that's the only really form of our communication and everything. So we pretty much rely on that for everything. You look at the time, you look at when you got to communicate, you look at the news, whatever. You get me? So we're all programmed to some extent. That's what I say. These devices, they program you.
I'm going to encourage listeners as well. I have started to write down every 2-3 months. I start to write down at least 4 numbers, and I've been trying to memorize those numbers. Yeah. There was a time when you said, D, what's this person number? Me spit it out. But now I've become so reliant on my phone that I can't
Mhm.
remember anyone's number. So in case
Same
of
here.
there's an emergency or something and we cannot remember these numbers, we need to try to start using back our brains and making our brains
Mhm.
be the hard drive, then these hard
Yeah.
drives on these phones and those
Mhm.
things, because if we don't use these areas in our minds, we're going to lose it.
Mhm.
So we really, really need to exercise remembering things of importance like we used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
Yeah, you're
address,
absolutely right.
people
Especially
address,
when
people
it comes to
telephone numbers, certain things like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
have 3 minutes to go. Um, Donna, you know what? I told
Mhm.
you that I'm going to give you a linkage through Messenger because I wanted to get a little background of your story so we can present maybe half an
Mhm.
hour of your story because you have an interesting background. And
Yeah.
yeah, we do. So don't think that we're that we are ignoring
No, I don't.
some of your issues because we really want to find the right time and the right
Mhm.
time to present it, and I think it's coming up. I think that time is coming up, so I'm going to really link
Mhm.
you on that so we can get a little insight before we go live on the air
Mhm.
in regards to some of your backgrounding. Alrighty, but we're going to get up on out of
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
air chair. Queen, you want to say anything to your listeners?
Night, night, everyone. It was a pleasure. Again, remember, go on to YouTube, share, like, Facebook, share, like, eh, tell your friends, tell everybody. Have a blessed night.
All right, the respecter.
Yes, if I win the lottery, I'm coming to a large amount of money. I'm not telling no one. But what I will
They
do,
stole my ladder.
what I what I will do, I'll make life easier for everyone I know, family and friends, and they won't know where the money came from.
All right. No, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Man, we just want to thank each and everyone for listening to us each. Well, did I ask, were you finished, the respecter? I apologize.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
start diving in. All right, we want to thank each and everyone for listening to us. As we touched on our topics of respect or love. We touched on our topics of gold, copper, etc. in Jamaica, found in Clarendon, as also entitlement of funds, as we also touched on lots of other topics right here on Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays. Remember, if you have a topic that you want us to reason on, definitely send it over to dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. That's DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. We encourage you and we invite you and we ask you to go on over to our YouTube channel and like, subscribe, get notified when our talk programmings are on. Now, make sure that you are tuning into the Lady D Show. The Lady D Show this Saturday from 12 p.m. up until the 4 o'clock hour. You get the best in news, views, interviews, what you know about it. Did you know? Joke of the day, entertainment, all of those entertainment headliners, and more and more and more, and the best in musical selections. I want to say big shouts to Chin. Lodge up yourself, big up yourself, darling. And Sharon for checking in. Want to say big shouts to you. Um, Donna Moody, you're always loved, and we want to say big shouts to you. DJ VJ Smiles, comments, want to say big shouts to you. Don Minot, our long-standing supporter, as well as Donna. We just want to thank you all. And for all the listeners, Tat that checked in as well. We want to just say big ups to each and every one for listening via our telephone line 667-930-9036, our YouTube channel, Facebook channel, our TuneIn apps, our shouts, all of the outlets. Victorious 89.1 FM radio. Want to say big shouts to WAKP. Want to say big shouts over to you all as well for carrying our program each and every week. As we leave out, we want to also thank all of our sponsors for continuing to sponsor us. And if you would like to become a sponsor of Reasoning Thursdays, a section, or even the Lady D Show, send us some info at DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. We're going to leave out with the big man himself, Donna. He said, Dirty Babylon. Loving her. Checking her out next week, same time, same place, and same station.
Hey, I know you think you got the battle won, but the war has just begun. I know you think you got the battle won, but the war has just begun. Enemies surround us with bad intentions, spiritual wickedness in high and low places. Envy and greed, their only motivation. Their every wish is to destroy our nation. Away, Babylon, away. You dirty Babylon, away, wicked man, away. Hey, hey, away. I know you think you got the battle won, but the war has just begun. I know you think you got the battle won, but the war has just begun. For people all over the world, stand up and fight. For people all over the world, stand up for your rights. Approach with caution, danger lies ahead. Where sincerity is very, very doubtful. And so, my people, you must be careful. Away, Babylon, away. The dirty Babylon, away, wicked man, away. Hey, dirty Babylon, away. The dirty Babylon, away. Go away now. Go away. For people all over the world,
We can talk to the people. This station.
for people all over the world, stand up for your rights.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Hatred in their hearts, but smiles on their faces. Envy and greed is their only motivation. Their only wish is to destroy our nation. Away, Babylon, away. The dirty Babylon, away, wicked man, away. Hey, go away.